Good evening. This is CTV News for Thursday, August 9th. I'm Denise Douglas.
And I'm Byron Scott. Thank you for joining us tonight. Well, Governor Larry Hogan pays a visit to Montgomery County to address human trafficking. Surrounded by elected leaders, healthcare workers, and victims advocates, Hogan announced measures aimed at combating the problem here in Maryland. The governor says he will introduce the Felony Human Trafficking Act of 2019 on the first day of the next legislative session, which is in January. Hogan also signed an executive order creating a state anti-human trafficking director who will coordinate efforts with various agencies.
The chilling reality is that Maryland's central location and access to major highways, airports like I-95 and BWI make our state a hotbed for human trafficking, including both sex trafficking and labor trafficking. Maryland is one of the top states in the nation in calls to the National Human Trafficking Hotline.
The governor also announced funds will be allocated to help prevention and victim advocacy agencies.
Despite charges against him, a former University of Maryland basketball player will be allowed to go overseas to play. DeMonte Dodd is charged with rape and assault. The charges stem from 2017 when he allegedly took a woman back to a College Park apartment and had sex with her after a night of drinking. He claims it was consensual. After returning to Maryland last month from Mexico, where he was playing basketball, his passport was taken away. However, a judge has given it back and is allowing him to go to Poland to play basketball. A spokeswoman with the state's attorney's office says they disagree with that.
We asked the judge not to allow him to leave the country. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. Certainly, in any case where we have a defendant with these kinds of allegations who is released on their own recognizance, it's expected that they actually stay in the state of Maryland. So we feel that every defendant should be treated exactly the same way. We don't agree, and we didn't agree that Mr. Dodd should be allowed to leave Maryland to go to Poland.
Dodd is scheduled to return to the U.S. in October for another hearing. D.C. gears up for the Unite the Right rally that is set to take place this weekend. Today, Mayor Muriel Bowser and Police Chief Peter Newsham held a press conference to discuss the city's safety measures. Bowser has activated the city's Emergency Operations Center. Officials say they are preparing for potential violence by the white nationalist groups and counter-protesters.
A promising young basketball player on his way to a practice session is gunned down in Sea Pleasant. 23-year-old Lamont Adair was shot yesterday afternoon on the 6600 block of Grieg Street. He was pronounced dead, police say, at the scene. Adair, who is 6'7", was set to leave next month for China, where he was going to play. Police continue to search for the killer and the motive. And a police officer shoots at a motorist after an altercation during a traffic stop. Police are now looking for that suspect. It happened, the crime, at around 5:30 last night at Excalibur Road and Elder Oaks Boulevard. Bowie police confirmed that one of his officers fired his weapon. The suspect again fled and is still at large. Prince George's County Police now have taken over that investigation.
Well, you'll want to listen to this in case you have this product. Product Quest Manufacturing issues a recall of the CVS brand 12-hour sinus relief nasal mist. According to the FDA, the product was found to have microbiological contamination. Repeated use of the nasal spray could lead to life-threatening infections. Consumers are asked to discard the product or to return it to the place of purchase.